couldn't hide how annoyed she was right now, while she's storming to the place where she had to meet someone, inside a huge mall in Pasay City, and take note, it was against her will. Also, the sunny weather today was killing every kindness that she was trying to fake right now. Summer in the Philippines was beautiful, but so freaking hot. It was like every fiber of her body was burning to crisp. If it was not because of her dear mother threatening her, that she would not talk to her, and worst would not cook her favorite food, whenever she come home in their house in Laguna, she wouldn't even blink an eye to meet the most annoying man alive on earth, for her. But because food is life, and she loved her mother so much, she had no choice but to see the man, even if she would surely hate every second of it. May the God help me survive this afternoon. And even if she was old enough, beautiful at young age of 27, she was still scared of her mother's wrath. Because when Beatrice de Lara said something with a threat, you must do it. Her mother was the only woman on this earth that she would never want to go against with. So she rather suffer right now than experience the cold shoulder of her mother again. It's a nightmare, never again. Good thing she had a good night's sleep last night, because it was not her schedule to monitor the resto bar that she owned along with her 3 best friends. It's called Caliber Shot. One of the famous places to hang out right now in the city. All 4 of them worked so hard to make Caliber Shot a household name. She even gave half of her own earned savings as her share. Caliber Shot was their blood, sweat, and tears. Bella sighed and fixed the black cap that she was wearing as she looked around. It was already 12 noon, the time where Filipinos love to hang out in an air-conditioned malls during the hot weather. And it was starting to get crowded as she expected. But good thing that she already saw the man she was meeting today, unwillingly, and she couldn't help but to roll her eyes as she noticed that he was busy talking on the phone. As always, she let herself stare at him for a moment as she noticed that he was wearing his Armani suit, making it too obvious that he's not the type to spend his afternoons at the mall. And that was reason why most of the people, and mostly women, kept on looking at him like he's some actor or famous celebrity. They probably thought that he was here to shoot a film or something. Well, honestly, it's not just his suit that the people kept staring at, it was also because of his handsome face and amazing build. He was like a model standing in the middle of the crowd. It's just a waste that even if he's handsome, his attitude wasn't as charming. Bella really wished to leave, but she forced herself to walk and stood beside him quietly. She almost rolled her eyes again when he didn't even notice her. He was too busy talking to his phone. This workaholic beast. She was standing there for a minute now and still unnoticed, his back was slightly on her while scolding someone on the phone. He was so angry about something. She decided to tap his shoulder to finally get his attention. When the man turned to her, his eyebrows instantly frowned as he looked at her from head to toe, and spent some time on her face, then he instantly ended the call to focus on scolding her. You're 30 minutes late, Carabella. You wasted my precious time waiting for you. If I knew you'll be late. Bella just kept her eyes on his face, but she was not listening to whatever he was saying. And while looking at him, she realized that it's been a long time since she last saw him. And just like how she remembered, he's always wearing his frown face like he hated what he's looking at, which was her. Like he's always annoyed whenever he saw her. Good thing we're on the same boat on that one. But as a normal beautiful woman that she was, she wouldn't deny the truth, that he was one of the most handsome men she ever laid her eyes on. He was the type that women, especially the younger ones, loved to admire, the mysterious snob type. The one that was hard to reach or always looking so mighty. To the point that he almost felt like he was friends with Count Dracula. Well, it suited him because he got a Romanian blood in him, because of his wonderful half-British Romanian mother. But to Bella, his almost jet black eyes were the most attractive part of his face. It didn't matter if he was always giving her an annoyed look, she thought they looked adorable, they were like the cat's eyes looking at its prey with so much focus, the reason why she avoided looking directly to his eyes. She was losing her focus whenever she did, just like right now. Damn it, her eyes moved to his nose that was so blessed for being so perfectly straight, that added so much definition to his face, his natural pinkish lips were looking so fine, and his jawline was smoothly sharp. He was tall too, maybe around 6 feet 2 inches, and got a lean healthy body like a swimmer. Actually he looked like a comic character that came to life. Too good to be true, but sadly he was true. He was almost perfect if not because of his arrogance. I have a lot of work to do in my office and I thought this will be done easily, but you're late. And thank goodness, his speech finally reached its end. Bella just rolled her eyes as she put both of her hands on her waist. Well, I don't remember telling you to wait for me, she said haughtily and borderline childish. The man gave her a look of disbelief. And honestly, if he could, he would definitely love to stump her flat on the ground. Aren't you supposed to say thank you to me because I waited for you? If Ninong Bea learned about this, she would surely get mad at you. And as fucking always he got a point. Bella just sighed heavily as she tried to calm herself. He was right, she would be in great trouble with her mother if he didn't wait for her. Because Theodore Andres Montemayor or Theus was her mother's favorite godson. She was so fond of him that sometimes she was choosing his side more than her very own and only daughter, definitely not because Theus was always right. Their families were good friends, and they could have been friends too, well, there used to be friends, if he was not just so annoying and arrogant towards her. And that arrogance leveled up when he started managing their family business 3 years ago. He became workaholic, strict, cold, and demanding, especially when it was his time that was being wasted. You could mess with anything but his time. It's gold for him. Fine, thank you for waiting for me. She was smiling, but the sarcasm was so evident. But Theus didn't put any attention to that and roughly held her arm. Enough. We're wasting more of our time here. Let's go. Because of the shock, and the weird feeling of his warm hand on her arm, Bella didn't get a chance to react when Theus pulled her somewhere. What a gentleman. Again, she chose to not argue anymore because it would just prolong their time together. She wanted this to be over as soon as possible. But to be honest, she didn't intend to be late, it's just that this meeting was so sudden and not part of her schedule for today. Her mother just informed her this late morning that she had to meet Theus, and make sure to help each other buy a gift for her Lolo Luis's 75th birthday this coming Saturday. Because that was the old man's request. And how can I say no to my most favorite grandfather in the world? Bella grew up mostly with her grandparents in her father's side, because when she was 4 her parents needed to work abroad, so her grandparents volunteered to be her guardian for 3 years. They were excited because she's their first grandchild. And because her grandparents were both chef, she grew up with great love for food. What gift are you planning to buy for Lolo? Bella asked while glancing at the store that they kept on passing by. It had been 10 minutes now and he was not even looking, or going inside the shops. I thought time is gold for him. She just sighed when he didn't say anything. Calm down, Bella, it's for Lolo Luis. Just like what she said earlier, their families were good friends, and not just their parents but also their grandfathers. Lolo Luis and Lolo Tomas were childhood friends and both were retired army personnel. That was why whenever there are special gatherings their families spent it together. And it happened that her mother and Theus's father were best friends too during college, so their families had a strong and solid bond. Hey, what gift are we gonna buy? Bella repeated her question when they just continued walking to nowhere. I don't know, Theus finally said. His hold on her arm was not that tight anymore but he was still pulling her, and it was hard for her because her legs were not as long as his, and he was walking way too fast. I cannot believe this man, I swear. She rolled her eyes in the air, for the 100th time today, then she tried to stop walking and take her arm from his hold. Wait, she exclaimed when he didn't let her arm go. Will you please stop walking? We need to talk first because we've been walking for so long now, and you don't even have any idea what to buy. Why don't we eat and talk about it first, huh? I'm hungry, she said the last line absent-mindedly cute. And it was already too late when she realized it. She cursed at herself silently when he abruptly stopped walking, and turned to her with deep frown on his always serious face. She stood straight and acted like she didn't say anything. He looked surprised, clearly he didn't expect that, but it didn't last long and he just continued walking without saying anything. She let out a sigh that she was not even sure if it's because she was relived, or she's annoyed. Well, it was because she was expecting that he would tease her, mocked her or laughed at her but he did nothing. Very unlikely of him. Though Bella was not lying when she told him that she was hungry, she didn't get a chance to eat breakfast because she was in a hurry and didn't want to be stuck in the traffic. She was really not good with sudden plans, especially when Theus was involved. After another 5 minutes of walking, she had enough and was about to yell at him, when Theus suddenly made a turn and went inside a Japanese restaurant. She swallowed all of her annoyance, when her nose was embraced by the smell of her favorite cuisine. And she couldn't believe that Theus still remembered that she loved Japanese food. It's been years since the last time they hang out, because they were both so busy with their work. She smiled secretly as they looked for an available table. Okay, fine. It's kinda cool that he still remembers but he's still annoying. So what gift do you have in mind? Theus asked right away after they gave their orders to the waiter. How sweet, he was really not gonna let me eat first, no. Again she just swallowed her annoyance and gave him her fakest sweet smile. Japanese food was really her weakness. Actually, I already have a gift for Lolo. I got him kitchen knives set for Osaka, Japan, she said proudly. It's been Lolo Luis wished to have those set of special knives because Osaka's known to have the best quality of knives, so when she learned that her friend's going to Japan last week she asked her to buy the knives. She had no idea that the old man wanted her and Theus to buy one gift for him. And now that she was thinking about it, why the hell her Lolo Luis wanted that? It's weird, something is really fishy here. Theus gave her an annoyed look. I'm asking you what gift you think we should buy, not your personal gift, Carabella. The nerve, really. She just shook her head and gave him a tired look, then smart pants, why don't you think of a gift if you're that in a hurry? I'm busy, and I know that you're more of an expert when it comes to this stuff, he said with a shrug. Then wait, like I've said, I'm hungry, so please don't make me think right now. Because I might eat you instead. No, ew, damn it, I'm really going crazy because of hunger. Bella smiled instantly when saw the waiter walking to the table with their orders. The very moment the waiter put her food on the table she hurriedly said, thank you, and she went straight to eating. Oh, heaven, it's been 2 weeks since the last time she ate Japanese food, so she was eating like a caveman right now. She really missed sushi. Eat slowly, no one's taking your food, Theus said as he gave the glass of iced tea to her. Making her realize that she's thirsty. She took the glass before nodding, thank you, she drank half of it before she continued eating. He didn't say anything anymore, and ate his food silently. But the moment she put her chopsticks down, he instantly asked her about the gift that they have to buy. This man, patience, Bella, patience. Now, that you're full, is there any idea of what gift we should buy? His face was so serious, and it was like he was talking to an employee at a board meeting. He was clearly expecting that she would say an answer right away. God, doesn't he know how to relax and chill? So bossy. Bella just shook her head and as slowly as she could, she wiped the side of her mouth with the tissue. Then she gave him a sweet smile. Yes, boss. I really enjoyed the food. Thank you so much. And that was full of sarcasm. Theus gave her an annoyed look but didn't say anything. So she just shrugged her shoulders as she wore her cap that she took off when they started eating, then put her bag on her shoulder before standing up. Anyway, we know that Lolo Luis love antiques. I saw a good shop that sells perfect antiques here before, so let's hope that we'll find something there. Come on, I don't want to waste your time anymore, she continued when they were outside the restaurant. He remained quiet and just followed her to where the shop was. And she didn't know if she should be thankful or worried that he was not saying anything. Although, she chose to think the former for her peace of mind. They went inside Trelitz, the antique shop that she was talking about. She just remembered about this shop while they were eating earlier. She went here with Cleon, one of her friends and business partners, before and she saw an item that she's sure her Lolo Luis would love so much. Bella was busy looking around the shop and after few minutes, she smiled when she saw the item that she was looking for. Oh, there it is. Thankfully, it's not yet sold. She looked behind her and realized that she was alone. Where is that man? She sighed and tried to reach the item but it was put on the top shelf and her cute height couldn't reach it. Theus, come here, she called as she kept on trying to reach it. It's a bronze sculptured horse with its coach, it was as big as a normal book. When she first visited the shop, she already noticed the item and asked the owner about the origin of it before. He told her that it was made back in 50s by a well-known sculptor. Theus, Bella called again and when she looked at the other end of the aisle, she rolled her eyes when she saw that he was busy talking to someone on the phone, again. And by the way he was frowning, it looked like he was scolding someone again. Whoever was on the other line. God bless. I really cannot understand why I'm here, she said to herself and was so tired of the situation. She just continued trying to reach the item even if she knew it was impossible. Miss, do you need help? That baritone voice made her instantly turned around and without exaggeration, she almost dropped her jaw the moment she saw the lovely creature who asked her. He's so freaking handsome. At first, Bella thought that Douglas Booth was in the Philippines, he really looked like him. No joke. But on her second glance, she saw the differences. First were his eyes, it's dark brown, second was his black hair. But nonetheless, he's so handsome. So perfect. She instantly smiled sweetly to the man and tucked her hair behind her ears, acting so demurely. Oh, thank you for asking, I actually need help. But she didn't get a chance to finish what she was saying when someone took the sculpture without any words. She looked at Theus full of annoyance. What the hell is wrong with him? Damn it, let's go. I need to go back to the office right now, he said and dragged her to the counter. Then paid for the sculpture and he continued dragging her out of the shop. He was walking so fast like he hated the air inside that shop, because his face was wearing a mad disgust look. What is he mad about this time? She looked at his hand that was holding hers tightly. Now, she's wondering if there was something bad happened at work. But it looked like he heard what she was thinking because she instantly got an answer. I was just busy for a minute and you're already flirting with that guy. Theus said harshly, he was clearly mad as he continued dragging her. They're at the parking lot of the mall now. Bella was confused for a minute, then she was shocked of what he just said to her. But when she tried to took her hand from him, he didn't let her. What the hell is wrong with you? And I'm not flirting with that man. He was just trying to help me when you couldn't because you're so busy on your phone. And even if I'm flirting with him it's none of you business. Again she didn't get to finish whatever she was going to say, when Theus suddenly stopped walking and turned to face her, and with no words he claimed her lips with a kiss. It was aggressive as his hand held her nape to stop her from moving away. Bella couldn't do anything, she was just standing there, so stunned and staring at his face that's so close. Her heart became frantic inside her because of the unexpected kiss. Damn, she was really shocked, but she was not sure if it's because of shock that she was not doing anything to stop him from kissing her. Damn it, Bella, push him, but she couldn't really move, instead she just fist her hands as she let him kiss her, that this time full of gentle and slow, like he wanted to savor every touch of their lips. It was melting her and making her knees weak. And she was not sure if she felt longing on his kiss or she's just too shocked right now, but the gentleness of it was like saying how much he missed her. And just after few seconds, her lips acted on its own and returned his kisses, then after that her hands betrayed her too and found its way to his nape as she pulled him closer, making their kiss deeper and intense. You're damn stupid, Carabella. The voice in her mind said but she didn't listen and just enjoyed the moment. At this point, Bella couldn't hide how much her heart felt so good, like it was on its sweet haven. She tried to deny and covered it up before but it's useless. She never succeeded. They're both panting when their lips parted, but Theus was not moving away from her, he stayed closed. Then she felt his nose gently touching hers. His hands were still on her nape gently moving his fingers on the both side of her jaw, while her hands stayed on his waist with no intention to let go. Their breath that became one a moment ago, were now caressing their parted lips with its warmness. No one wanted to move away, like they wanna fully consume the mind-blowing kiss that they shared. When Bella opened her eyes, she instantly met Theus's, and she badly wanted to punch herself when she saw the way he's smiling while staring at her. That smile was so familiar to her, because it's his smile whenever he won something against her before. But she couldn't make herself fully mad at him at this moment, because when her eyes looked at his swollen red lips, she remembered how those lips took her first kiss. The one she annoyingly treasured for years even if she didn't want to. Bella closed her eyes and tried to dismiss the foolish memory, even if she knew it was useless. Why did you let this happen again, Carabella? You're so stupid. That voice scolded her and she fully accepted the fact that she became stupid, again. That kiss shouldn't have happened. She opened her eyes again when she heard Theus's chuckle. Nothing's changed, a kiss can still make you quiet, the brute said annoyingly. Like she's the only one who enjoyed the kiss. Damn him. She looked at him in disbelief, she felt like she was splashed with cold water. It's annoying but she was more hurt right now. Does it mean that he just kissed me to shut me up? What a jerk. Her hand lifted to slap his face, strong and painful, making it sure that he felt her pain too, as she tried to stop her tears from falling down. I hate you. Then she turned her back on him and walked away as her tears fell on her eyes rapidly. Damn it.